Hello, everybody. I see that we have audio. Yeah. All right. So that took a little work. Sorry about that misfire. It happens to lots of guys my age. So I hear. Right. That's what Drew tells me. So, all right. Hello, Ron Sheps, Jennifer, pew, 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 the king. You were not first. You were third. Larry Hughes, Kid Beatty, Brad Kennedy, Rylan Chow, the king, Line of Thor 2006 JD Paxton, Scott Colhart, John C. We're back. Connie Pierce, we're back. Edson Juice, we're back. Yes, it's like we're twice in a night. Everybody thinks they're first, but they're not first. I said Ron Sheps, Susan Atai, Resurrected Costumes, Sarah R., Mrs. CB, Pops on the Tube. Oh, here we go. Michelle Schulte, Chad Smith, Mimi. Angie Rogers, Hugo Portier, Lefty, Soraya Demon, Throwback of Olivia, Soraya Demon, Go Black Hair. We need a shorter intro song. Susan Atai, Pineapple, exactly. Jet Bull. And I think I'm pretty good. I See Monsters. Wow. There you go, everybody. Me and the Snit. It's been a while since I saw you on. It's good to see you. I think I said Chad Smith, Ike Camacho, Larry Hughes. And I think we're set. All right. Woo. Woo. All right. It's a lot of work when things do not go the way I intended. Technical problems are better to solve than emotional problems. Because there's a reason why it's happening.
Here.
And that's Drew is very quick to agree. That's not really true with like emotional problems. Like you don't always know what's wrong. You can even ask the person crying, like, what's wrong? And they're like, I don't know. Okay, well, get out of my office, come back and we can figure it out. Not that I'm insensitive, but at dark hour, you do have to clock out if you're crying.
No crying.
We do have a robot who comes in and helps. That's a very helpful robot who looks like the maid from the Jetsons. If you look at the little picture up there. And now we'll go off of Ozbot. We're going to go to Pip. Boy, I got a lot of paint on this device. Now I can't read what each one is. Eventually I'll put it in a bag.
Well, if you weren't live, I could maybe.
No, you hit all the buttons.
But then I'll hit all the buttons and it'll be.
No one would like it.
Mike Fish.
Hello, Mike.
Oh, there.
Well, okay, but it's spelled resurrect costume. Resurrect. I get it. But you're assuming that I will read and speak fast. I haven't done that my whole life. Why would I start now? So I have got some Grouch masks here because it is Transworld. And because it's Transworld time, Rue is going to tell you what he's doing on Ozbot. I got to get a drill so you can talk to him.
Rue is just Ozbot's over doing things.
There
Put your hand down.
there are not paper towels on the floor behind me. There is, however, a big roll of fabric.
Nope. Didn't work. We didn't fool it.
So take tripod cam.
Well,
Ron Shepard, so let's do
hey,
it.
what I've been doing, I guess. Not really what I am doing.
Very
right
proud
now.
of that. You pretty much did that all on your own.
I know. Well, this is what I've been doing. I'm pretty much wrapping up with it right now. But this is Inbred Santa. Start to end. That it's totally got the monitor tilted the wrong way right now. So I can't actually see it.
Oh, please.
But
Dun, dun, dun,
oh, I can see it on the. on the thing. But yes, Inbred Santa, start to end, all me. Alan sprayed the beer. That was about the only. That was what he did. Yeah, like he came in and showed me a different technique for spraying the beer. And that was all you did. Yeah, that was the only thing you did on that. Yay, Brew did a thing.
I'll keep it.
Turns out I know how to do something.
Now, how many more masks?
Yeah, how many more?
How many more masks
How
are on
many
that
shows
shelf?
do we have to do?
Lots.
A lot.
Lots.
A lot.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
I think I
Still
grabbed
on
the
me.
wrong gun.
Still gotta look at me because
Sarah Arson thought, I thought I looked for the paper towels when to save them for dogs. Thank you. Paper towels.
never mind me as I stare at the TV because looking straight into the camera is a little weird sometimes.
That is our inbred Santa.
Yes, Inbred Santa.
Like a regular Santa. With a family Santa.
Now we can go to Pitt. And why don't you give me that back, Ruth?
Turn. Look at this
Turn.
guy.
It's got to come on this side.
Oh yeah.
In order to-
Carol Horton said, great job, Ruth. Sarah R said, nice job, Ruth. Michelle Schultz says, dancing skills and mask making. Way to go, Ruth. Blackbird Thor's is man bun.
It's not a man bun.
Dancing Ruth. He's
Totally a ponytail. There's no bun there.
I try to do this while the mask is on someone to make sure I can line up the ear holes well.
Resurrection costumes asked, will the silicone you use for hair also work to nail down a wig?
Yes. With wigs, though, because they're so heavy, I like to throw a couple whip stitches on just to help hold it in place.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, for putting our Patreon.
Beep, 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 beep.
King thinks you should spike your hair out.
Hmm?
The king thinks you should spike your hair out.
Someday.
But the king is in California where they invented man buns.
He says spike my hair up.
He did.
Not anything about put it up in a man bun.
Not yet. All right, so that just makes sure that, because these are actually fairly well insulating for sound, so it's kind of hard to, yeah, it's just tough. We enjoyed seeing you on Saturday, actually. I hope you enjoyed the fair, and I hope you enjoyed the Monster Museum.
I was there on Sunday. You did not.
Awesome.
I was not working on Sunday.
We had a very good time.
I just remember I haven't posted a picture of my character yet for you guys. I need to do that.
Should not.
Yeah, you guys should post pictures on the Creepers page. Somebody tagged me in one they took, so covered.
Pretty good
Pretty
picture.
shirt from when you have fun, but it's got a picture of your face saying painting happy little monsters.
Well, I might do that after Transworld. Because right now, all I have time for is Transworld.
I know where the finish.
Chad, are you going to be at Transworld, sir? I don't think you are, right? You're just coming to MHC in Milwaukee.
You walk along the way. That in our house, it's a break party.
Yeah, anything that costs $3 and lasts you up to 20 minutes, I think is pretty good.
Hey, Alan, where did the list go?
Which list?
One with all the stuff for the holiday stuff.
It's right over here.
Yeah, we're back and going. Hello, everyone.
We are back. Sometimes I screw things up.
Anthony Cantano says much love and support, guys. Chad says I will be at Transworld. This is a buyer, not a vendor.
Awesome.
Ken's reaches inbred Santa, my favorite.
Come by my booth, Chad, like on midday Sunday, and I'll tell you how we're doing sales-wise. And that way you can get an idea of the difference between Transworld and MHC.
Or reaches, yay, how is everyone?
I feel pretty good.
I feel much better.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Drop Dead
You
Studio.
can start another
Do you make a
campus.
silicone mask from Hulk? I was thinking of getting it down to board animal.
No, please don't, because silicone caulking is actually tin cured silicone, and that leaches out heavy metals over time. You'll see me attach hair with it, but I won't do it on anything that's right up against the skin, because it's poisonous, and over time it'll do a number on you.
Jay Ralver, 2002, Snipe Band Bun. Chad Business will do.
I bet he's talking to Rue.
Yeah. Liz McGlantz, State Station, nice to see you back. Hi, nice to see you back
Oh,
as well. Nice to be back.
Yeah,
turns out there's two of these,
use one for a leprechaun.
Dalton Meads and Alan. Hi.
which isn't on that list.
Hi! Hi, hi, hi! Hi. We're all over the
Well,
place.
that's funny. Sure.
I'm about to make a noise that's gonna work for the audio. Sorry.
Yeah, we're used to you working the audio.
Work in the audio. That's all she does over here.
Don't. Okay. So I do love these guys. I just love the bright color of the green hair and stuff.
They really do pretty good. Kind of
Yeah, they're just fun. The holiday masks that I do, I just like them, you know?
Ross Richard says, Brew needs a shirt that says inside man.
That's what I do. I need that shirt.
On the back of it says it's totally a man bun.
It just says man bun, arrow pointing upward.
Okay, so here we go. Sometimes when I do this, I wear gloves. Not today.
I would say the odds of that happening are 1 in 8.
Or we expand on a piece of denial from there.
That's right.
You know you like it.
You've got snow.
Sounds terrible.
Ike Camacho asks, Brew, is that St. Nicholas for sale?
We are getting masks ready for Transworld right now. And so, yes, it is. It's actually on our website under Inbred Santa. But we're making sure we kind of have not one of everything, but one of most at Transworld this year. Which is causing us much stress. Because when you have a year off, kind of like not that I spent it like down or anything, but when you have a year off like I had last year, I made 40 new masks. So
Oops.
that means more stuff at Transworld, you know.
Ike Camacho says, pink.
Yeah, that is Inbred Santa. And this one will be at Transworld. And of course, we will do cash and carry with the stuff that we bring. But if you order it today, I will not send you that one. I gotta wait till after Transworld.
Watch Rube pull out his hair.
Sorry, Rue, I sold that one.
You gotta make another one.
Yeah, because Rue is working off of a list. And he feels good when he gets to scratch something off the list.
Right, Dan says, do you let people buy the stuff and take it home? Or do you mostly take orders, mainly take orders and keep your displays until the last day?
We so normally I let people take stuff. If I only have one of it, then I try to say, hey, can you leave it here as long as you can. But if somebody buys it, then they buy it. I don't fight over that.
Right, Dan says, any answer to that? Like, it's
What I do.
the way. Jay Ralbridge says, shoot, Sally, find this funny. I got scared by my own something in our charity in our house. We had
You know what? I actually just made a song about you last week who gets scared by their own props.
there's a mouse over the.
Is it what?
See the mouse, the cursor over the
Yes.
covering up. Can't see this.
I assume it says gay.
My own gay.
Does that make
Gag.
Gag. I made a larger cursor because with 5 screens it's harder to find. So
So I was cleaning up it, and someone forgot to shut it off. The prop, so I came around the corner and it went off. Maybe it might have.
nice. Yeah, my buddy Jake got scared by one of ours earlier this week.
Which one got him?
Well, we had turned off the air compressor and turned it back on. So a prop got wedged in the door in the greenhouse, the reaper that comes out and goes back in. So he got wedged because the air was weird. He got wedged in the door. So he turned the corner and there was someone hanging out in that doorway, which is never there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a haunt partner of mine got a scare on me once because I had to go back to the dark haunt to get my keys, which I left in the power room where you shut off all the power. So walking back there, I was using my phone to light the way. I accidentally called him, accidentally put it on speaker, and I hear this, hello? It's dead quiet. It's 3 in the morning. And he's like, why the hell did you call me at 3 in the morning? And I was like, why'd you scare the crap out of me for no reason? But I didn't hear it ring. I called and he answered and stirred me.
The rest was history.
Yeah, because it was a voice, Wasn't used to that. He thought she was ready. He wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. Okay. That's how I've done this in the past.
Heather James says, wait, Alan, we're scared?
I was scared once.
Jeff Bulls, you may have already answered this, but are you going to be able to live cast Transworld?
Yeah, I should.
Jay Ralliger says, yeah, there's a new tent in the wall next to me.
Always fun. Scott Colhart dropped you a link for a t-shirt, bro.
Mailman buns, no big serious questions. Nice days. What you gonna do when Groucho Media comes for you?
That's right. That worked out rather nice. There's a little top do wop wop.
Top D wop wop.
Top, two up. You had me make a fur for these.
Yes, but this is for the hairsuit versions.
Ah, right.
We need that hair. I gotta use up that green hair, man. But I know what? I have the project to do it now. I got a swamp thing, and I think I can take that swamp thing, that green hair, the way I do the snowman,
Yeah.
and knock it down into like moss.
Right.
Yeah. Is there another?
Yeah.
Hey, look, film it.
The whole world of helmet in the other room.
Yeah.
Jordan Easel doesn't sound like a 60 song. Jordan Easel says this is your branch.
Yes, this is my grouch.
Jordan Easel. Easel.
Okay. Does he show up and say his name every time?
I just always forget to say Easel.
Zell. Jordan Easel.
I always say Ross Riker,
Yeah.
and you say it correctly, which is different. I don't know what it is. Richard. I should be able to remember that.
Color for Lincoln E. Grouch.
Thanks, Scott Colhart. I need an audio clip of that, just like on
You need to have
the on the button. Like, thanks, Scott.
Ross Richard says, thank you, Stacey. Ross Manicus.
Almost as good as a Beast Man.
Almost. Close.
It's just such bright hair. I love this. And I think I have haired these a little bit differently
Every single time.
every single time.
If Kate says, is it better caulking or sewing? Sure, myself direction.
Well, sewing would be a better bond, but I would have to double my price if I sewed the hair off. And I think this is the best method for the level of quality that I want to put out. So my wife is not here. We have Stacy tonight,
Hi.
and we have Rue here tonight. We don't have Stan.
Can I have Jennifer Pugh?
We don't even have Stan socks.
Actually, I think we do have some sad socks from there.
Probably. The dog stole once. So now this guy is done, but I got to tease the hair, but I have to wait for the caulking to dry. Drew, what you working on?
I'm sharing a link right now.
King says, got it. Oh my god, why does it look like a Grouch got a man bun?
And then starting
Because they
a-
always have that little twerk of hair on top. Twerk was probably the wrong word when I was talking to the king. Twerk of hair.
Jennifer Pugh says, no stand sock, I'm out of here.
We all have our priorities. And apparently our standards.
Yeah. Footage.
Stacy, standards are not up with dumb shit.
Oh, it's stand. It was fun.
Oh.
See?
Standards. Rue, you did a good job of hairing up that Santa mask.
No, get it out of my way.
No.
Oh.
Now hair this one up.
Oh. Gotcha.
I'm gonna put down how many rings there are. Just one ring goes underneath the mouth.
Okay. Actually, he can go out into the thing. Huh? Stuff. Thing. There you go.
Haynes is beautiful.
Stephen Haynes.
Rylan Chow says, how do you make haunted house, ambient, and scare sounds? Is there any audio programs that deepens or alters your voice that you recommend?
I highly recommend Audacity. And I recommend that because it's good and it's free. Audacity, it looks like Audio City kind of, Audacity. It's a free program from a company called SoundForge, and it's really wonderful for editing sound. I use that quite a bit.
Michelle Schultz says, yep, early night for me. Kids taking me for a special day tomorrow. Have a great night all. Good night, Michelle.
Goodbye, Michelle Schulte. Bruce said that he was going to do the hair on this, and then he left.
But
How dare he?
scare him off.
I have to go get the resin pinform mold
So,
and experiment with it. I'm going to take that from you. You're going to do this. I'll put that up because I know where it goes.
Like I saw this a moment ago.
Holiday.
Could have just left me the other one.
Oh, it's over there. See those lines in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, tells you about where they go.
All the way.
All the way up the bottom, it's all the way around.
Okay.
Underneath the
All
chin and
under
then
the chin,
all the way.
everything. Gotcha.
The other stop at the base part.
Gonna need more hair.
There's other package of free hair there too.
Yep.
I'm trying to say, it says Rue hair today, gone tomorrow. They just gotta go over the audacity. Also, I think Jake Farmer from Effects to Go has a audio, like, DVD coming out. For Transworld. I think he advertised that on his YouTube channel. Stephen Haynes says, when did we head out to Transworld?
Fourth.
The Tuesday before?
Fourth.
Carol Gordon says, doesn't Sesame Street have a branch? Yes, it do. Different kind of.
Different kind of. There's just name difference.
Probably answer this one. Rylan Chow asks, how big / tall should my hot wall be?
Depends.
Standards full right.
Standard's an 8-foot wall. That's pretty much your industry standard. If you want rooms to look real menacing, you can build them up taller. The taller they are, the more menacing they become. If you're outdoors, that's kind of a one of those things too that you're gonna have to compete with trees. So
Jay Rounder asks, does that tattoo on your arm say Halloween?
it does not. It says howlers. My hot rod car club. I doesn't really exist anymore, but I was the president of, so it was fun while it lasted. Now it's just a good memory.
What's that?
My car club.
We gave a bit of an answer, but Rylan Chow asks, how big / tall should my hot walls be?
8 foot is industry standard. Because that's how big wall panels go.
Christina Mente, Sal, I'm excited to say that I'm graduating next month.
Hooray!
Mentee.
Wait, I thought you were 15.
Rylan Chow says, what's your opinion on roofs on farmhouses?
I mean, it helps you control your environment. I would not say they are absolutely necessary.
And in some places, the second you put a roof on it is the moment you need to actually have a fire suppression system. That can be kind of problematic.
Good night, Camacho. I hope you feel better soon.
All right.
I literally have a kid same age. It's 15 and say. Anti, whatever.
Yeah, got this one.
Tell me what you're doing there.
Sorry, yeah, put hair on this this here grouchy guy. Got it a little long right there. But yes, laying a nice silicone bead down. And then just laying in the hair on top of it.
Jordan Hazel says, wish I could work for y'all. It's a lot about proximity.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christina. I got it at Walmart.
Willing to do things.
Yeah. To show up and then keep showing up and do it.
And not have Alan tell you to get out.
I thought she was a baby. I mean, you still are a baby. You're not as young as I thought you were.
Jordan says, Stacey, guys feel old and paranoid. No? Should you? Well, now I'm paranoid.
Now?
Now I Jordan is but one in a long list of men who has yet to make Stacy feel anything.
Shot fired!
Christina says, that's all right. We get it from a lot of people.
Sorry about that. You are a wee baby.
Wee baby. Try not to get giant chunks of lamb, just to let that dry.
Jordan says, Ray Hawkins says that.
Hooray.
Scott says, wow. J-Rock says, wow.
Here are we, kids. I'm here always.
This is no longer a family-friendly environment. Christina said, that's why I asked how old you are.
Yeah, 18. Come on. I don't know where you're at, but come on. So, Rue, are you attaching this to the helmet?
Yeah.
Oh, for a compass.
Yes.
Okay, I'm helping you.
Josh Newman says hi.
I'm not very good at that part.
Hi, Josh Newman, no relation.
Yeah, I Josh Newman, no relation. Just funny because I actually have a cousin Josh too.
Just to be gracious, that never really is available on the channel.
It's family friendly-ish. And if your kids get the jokes, that really says more about your parenting than it does what I'm saying. Or they go to public school. Could go either way.
And Dave says that didn't change the closed captioning to American. Jay Ralliger says it's a hostile workplace.
1980, what did you send me that was cool the other day? You sent me something that I thought was awesome. I forget what it was. I'm sure I'll remember once I get back on the internet.
See you in States, I may have to wait for a few years though.
Well, that happens. What's important is that you find something that makes you happy and do that. At the end of their life, no one looks back and says, I wish I made more money. They wish that they had done the thing that they love more, or found it earlier, or started doing it earlier, or whatever.
Chad Smith says, y'all ready to go work on my stuff, but I feel like complete crap while I'm sick.
Get to work, Chad. No excuses.
1980 says the robotic pneumatic setup.
This is the monster business, not the resting business, Chad. What about pneumatic what?
The robotic pneumatic setup? Is that what
Yes. Yeah, that's what it was. It was some used parts that were good used parts.
Just to be gracious says, oh, Alan, have you seen Godzilla vs. Kong? That's been on my chat in a while.
Of course I've seen Godzilla vs. Kong. I did not see it the morning it came out, but I saw it that night.
Jay Ralliger says, I saw your office video the other day, Alan. Have you done any more work on it at all? I thought it was awesome.
My what?
Your office video?
Oh, no. The office is actually stalled. Now, the office is painted, but I haven't put up the shelves or anything yet, simply because I've been busy. So I'm going to find some time to do it.
Just do it.
Oh, I'm sure it's sold already. It was a good deal.
Just Joby Creation says, I figured so. Stephen Hayes says, sounds like my dad.
Stephen Haynes, I saw your message, I think, after you had already passed me, but next time swing by for a shop visit, buddy.
Stephen Hayes says, I found that I love the dentist. I'm going to be shadow for a dentist.
And you know what? If you also like making monsters, that's a great job to get into, because then you can make monster teeth. And there are not enough people who make good monster teeth out there in the world. I'm just saying.
And it's a really hard thing to get into without being a dentist.
Right. In Texas, they really cracked down on at-home dentistry. Apparently, it was a problem once. So I can't order a lot of the stuff that I used to be able to just buy in Orlando, no problem.
Rylan Chapman, how do you make fun?
You take wall panels and you put them on top of each other. Like, truly, it's basic construction. You do a good framing job. It all starts with a good framing job, and then you decorate.
Then everyone says that's the truth. My goal is now to make it to Halloween. Make it and focus on that next Halloween.
Yeah.
My face says, setup wasn't mine, but if I had an old Chuck E. Cheese animatronic, that would have been a good place to have.
Yes.
Crown to crown.
Then she said, Alan, you two of every mask plan.
Not two of every mask, but like the Grouch mask, it has to be on the holiday shelf, and it has to be on the hairsuit shelf, because it's got a whole costume that goes with it. So, yeah.
And
And
Chow asked, how do I add texture and depth to the wall?
just with wood, man, the same way you add it to anything. You're softballing me. You just add it. You find the structure you want to emulate, and then figure out what you got to do to build that. Awesome.
The Weird Kid shows, it's Alan, it's all photos of the Monsters Museum. It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Horror Beauty says, at home dentistry was a thing in Texas?
Bad enough that they needed to do laws against it.
I believe the dentist lobby.
It was not a problem in Orlando.
Horror Beauty says, and I tell you with 100% good monster teeth, a lacking. I can only name 3 out there, and one is very underrated.
Right. This is how I do this. I turn the mask completely inside out. I put the helmet on to make sure the eyes line up. You know?
See, the problem is that the one that I'm sure you're saying is overrated used to be excellent. Then they got sold it. It used to be really, really good.
CMA takes is amazing, huh? Weird Kid shows us a look. Or I guess I'm saying one,
This might be a red magic helmet. Helmet. Where did you get on this puppy? Yeah, it's got white on it.
Oh, boy, oh.
Chad Smith says,
I don't
thinking
know.
of thoughts, I was curious if I could use masonite for paneling rather than plywood. Is there a way of the weatherproof to have less issue or no issues with being outside?
You're going to be okay with it for 2 or 3 years, probably, unless you're in a really rainy area. We had OSB outside. Now, OSB is a little more water hardy than masonite, but I had those panels for 8 years. Now, the last night of that haunt, I ran and I jumped through one. So, yeah. I did a thing. You're done.
Cool. Do you run on this one? Do you run one going down and one going up?
Yes, but now cover this whole thing in silicone.
Okay.
Because you want it to hold together to get that look. Yes.
I'm going to use those 2 pieces going up and down then.
Just to be gracious, says, although OSB is like $80, it feels like it.
Yeah, all wood is kind of high right now.
Kinda. That's an understatement of the day.
They haven't raised the price on the plywood that was 2 foot by 4 foot yet. So I went and I bought a bunch of pieces of that, the plaques. It was cheaper.
Which I'm sure that was just an oversight somewhere.
Chad Smith says the masonite is really cheap.
Paint the edges. Make sure you paint the edges of it, because that'll wick water into it like a sponge. If you're outside also, don't line it up with the bottom of your panel frame. Jack it up about 1 inch off the bottom. You'll still have a little bit of 2x4, so it won't be light or anything. But then the masonite is not sitting right on the ground.
Just to be gracious, but yeah, I work at Home Depot and people tell me about it all the time.
I bet they do.
Chad Smith says, oh, he's trying to this.
I'm thinking myself off space. I can do a resident.
Oh, well, best way.
You bunch of luscious.
Oh, damn.
None
Oh,
for
you're amazing.
Bring you a keto cocktail if you like.
No,
Like it?
I'd probably stay away from that.
Yeah, it says, how about a coating of marine varnish or the saltwater protection handle rain? Did any other ones, so there's still a lot of Allen bust.
The only thing I don't like about that idea, it's not a bad idea. It's just that when you seal it, what you're doing is you're going to mostly seal it. And at least if there's nothing on it, then it'll dry out faster. Whereas if it's coated and there's moisture inside, it's going to stay there a long time. So it's kind of you're kind of in a catch-22. The moral of the story is probably shouldn't use Masonite. It's much cheaper, but there could be another way.
Stephen Anthony says, I'll try and get out to the monster camp this year. Anthony says, I remember the trick of using cheap leaves stretched out on a frame and painted with fiberglass resin. Jake.
Yep. Come right back in. I cleaned off that space for a reason.
Panels in the air. Oh,
There's dirt in this hair. Cool.
there's a hole in my book.
There, Eliza. Didn't we already sing this once tonight?
Yeah.
Repeat. Ribbit.
Right on the chat asks, what's a good way to make modular wall panels that are able to come apart? They're able to lock but come apart.
So they have a thing called pin hinges that they sell at Rose Brand, and that's what I used when I did when I set up the Traveling Monster Museum. I basically hinged all the walls together, and you drop the pin in to lock them in place. It's just like a door hinge, basically, but it's got a nice solid pin on it.
We'll be right
After these messages,
Back.
you're all the program.
back. P79.
Hello.
Hey, it's a coach.
So what? Alexa, add Johnson's Paste Wax to my shopping list. Alexa, what did you just add to my shopping list?
You have 34 items on your shopping list. Here are the 5 most recent.
Too dangerous.
Johnson's Paste Wax, Vision Pro 60, your mom, liquid nails, your black 5-gallon buckets. Give it up to you in the next 5 minutes.
No, no, my God.
Okay.
In case you guys didn't hear that, at one point earlier today, I added your mom to my shopping list. Now, do I think Pledge will be, you know what, Vaseline? The answer is always Vaseline.
There you go.
When in doubt, Vaseline.
And to quote Orlando Jones, there's always time for lube.
Demonetized.
Yeah. See that?
Hey, we're on top chat.
Yep.
That's how I'm going to die with it.
Where's
Yep. Amelia.
The last
Trust
time
me.
I set this up today, I swear I was on the right one.
Cat Swift says, understand, maybe just use the varnish to seal around the edges. But not big ones. Big ones. Right, I think this is a good job of the old wing thing. Hockey 7 minutes looks awesome now. Or beauty says alien, they go on place shipment. Or shit. No, we sent her there.
She does try very hard.
On purpose.
All right. Is this a bad idea?
Are you gonna do it?
Are you doing it?
Oh Lord.
Oh my.
No. No. Oh, you are a special. Something.
Great. Done. I'll set this down next to the can of contacts in there.
There's a microwave. Right out of the room.
I ain't got time for no microwaves.
I'm like getting silicone all over. Trying to get off.
Christina Vintage style. Why did you think I was 15?
I don't know.
Did you call you the same age as Spray?
I don't know why.
Coffee 39 is badass. Thank you, Sky Coldheart, for listing the pin hinges. Coffee
Thank you.
39 asks, how do you package your mouse for shipping?
Normally in a box. I mean, you just put it in the box and then we, depending upon the mask, we have so many different types of masks. So there's a lot of different answers to that question. But normally they will get some nice green packing paper stuff and some airbags.
Thrown in a box, booted down the hall.
That's only if Rue ships it.
Chad Smith says, I feel like we have to ask. It's a bad idea. It generally is. Cat Smith says, what up? Don't see the Dremel, heat gun, or air compressor or other stuff. Why is the mic sounding so weird?
Because Stacy is sewing.
That's me. Sorry.
Yeah, Stacy is sewing.
I swear I'm almost done.
While she's very fast.
Listen, I'm selling a lot of
Also,
Marvel today.
by the way, you're doing a great job of keeping up with comments and sewing. That's impressive. I would not do that well. I would ignore half of these people, and then some of them would get sad.
Ron Jet says, Cat Stacy's sewing. Elizabeth Glenn says, what's the closest airport and city to go to Washington?
These are great questions for my wife, but I think the answer is Dallas Love Field is like the best airport, and then you fly into Dallas at Dallas Love Field.
DFW's sometimes slightly cheaper than Dallas Love Field, but
Depends on where you're flying from.
exactly.
Cat says, didn't think the sewing machine would cause the interruption. Interesting.
It makes a very loud machine noise.
Also, I'm sewing through zipper, so that's not a...
I suppose we have our already cut set of horns, do
No.
we?
Actually, check upstairs in the bin. There's 2 horn bins up there.
Like these?
Yeah,
Great.
like check, I believe in the bin up there.
Oh,
and
that's right.
possibly
I did a
roll
bunch of
down
them.
here. Ron Shep says the back of the grouch is riveting. Should be-
Oh.
Listen, I can keep up with comments.
Rue is not good at this.
But I can't produce it.
I walked away.
See, and I taste my upper lips and plate.
That's awesome. That's not that far. That's like an hour. Maybe an hour and a half.
Misty Searcy says, howdy y'all.
Hello, Misty.
So, you may put a Krampus mat.
Can't use
One
those
of the
forms.
things. No.
You can't. No, are those latex?
No. Yes. Voted.
Okay.
I'm just playing around.
Well, I'd rather you not play around and
Yeah.
get it done. Don't even
True.
think about it.
Okay.
Just
Where,
try to find
where,
a
where, yeah, where did you put it? Oh, okay. Completely
Yeah.
lost.
Chad Smith says, that there is an expensive mold.
This is a $600 mold, in case you're wondering. For those of you playing along at home, this is a $600 mold.
Christina Van Chase says, Al, is that Bob Ross for your shirt?
It is Bob Ross on my shirt.
Actually, that doesn't look bad. They're a little small.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go a little bigger.
There are other ones.
I'd finish off those horns that are there.
Yep.
I wish that I could get my ALEXA to control my CAMERAs.
Yeah.
But then I could say, switch to Osbach, and it would.
Sorry.
Cool.
Oh, Christina.
What?
Because I'm a happy little mistake.
That's awesome.
So we love you anyway. Brian Chad says, what are you molding and why is the mold 600 buckaroos?
Okay, so I'm not molding anything. I've already made the mold. Now I am casting. What comes out of the mold is a cast. So, and I'm making a resin head form.
Hockey 79, I guess Mr. Answer earlier says, how do you package your masks for safe shipping?
Just in a cardboard box with some packing material around them and some lovely green paper. And we throw in some little treats and surprises. When I say we, I mean my wife. Right.
Christina Van Chase says, oh, I want to learn how to cast. Brian Chow asks, is the mold silicone?
Yes, and that is why it's a $600 mold. And this mold is a lot of silicone. It's like a lot. Yeah.
No.
One of these has shake well on it. One and down. Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. With and shout. With and shout.
Grappy UK says, good evening, everyone. Glad to see you all.
Rappy UK, it's been a
Rappy.
long time. Good to see you. I feel like it has been a while.
Kansas says, Al, I didn't cast that mold before.
This is making resin headphones for sculpting on, and I sell them at Transworld. So, yeah.
Rylan Chow says, isn't silicone mold risky if they tear?
And plaster molds can crack. Everything has a risk. But if you want to if you want to cast a rigid item, you need a flexible mold. Silicone is the best flexible mold material. I need someone who's not me to open these childproof containers.
Delicate lady ones.
It's not strength. It's like it's not clicking in place.
You know what ends up happening with these every time we do this, right?
This piece comes off and the other piece stays on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And we take it off with the pliers anyway.
I'm gonna grab the pliers.
Hands-free says, okay, key.
Oh, fired.
If it's not a squeeze, it's a push down.
Scarecrow 77 says, hi, everybody, what do?
Hello, Scarecrow. What doing? I am pouring up a resin mold. I'm pouring up a resin head form in a silicone mold. You done with this? Put it back in the hair form.
And on the bright side, I'm done with the sewing machine unless you have something else that needs to get.
Not right yet. And I'm completely guessing as to how much of this I need to use.
Should you have extras? I have those little. Should you make more than you need?
I don't think that'll be the case. I think if anything, I'm not going to have enough. Boom. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Easy boom, easy boom. And this is 50-50, so I'm using the lines on the cups in order to get them to be the same.
Jay says, shouldn't that be like opening a soda bottle for you if you're only going to do this?
You know what? They change the bottles up every couple of years because I guess kids keep getting smarter.
Rylan Chow asks, how do you make outdoor rated realistic trees?
Those are called actual trees because you're outdoor. But the answer, by the way, that you're going to hate is always fiberglass. The answer for outdoor, what's going to last, is either fiberglass or concrete. If you look at the Tree of Life at Disney, that's concrete.
Then Yarmont asks, what with it?
Easy Flow 60, it's my favorite resin. If you don't have a favorite resin, what are you doing with your life?
Jasmine asks, do you cast it in resin and fill it with foam, or do you just leave them hollow?
Okay, so this mold is set up. This mold makes it hollow, because you can see this is a core that fits down into here. So it'll make a little more sense as I pour this in, and you'll see, but yeah.
Hockey 79 says, could you just include a foam wig head? Or I assume you're still talking about shipping your stuff.
If somebody wants a foam wig head, we'll give them one.
Then Yarmont says, I use 60 and clear.
Yeah, this is Easy Flow 60.
Rylan Chow asks, so you make a tree sculpture with clay and then mold it and fill it with concrete?
No, you make a wire and rebar frame. And then from that wire and rebar frame, you end up doing stucco or whatever on the outside of it. And I know that's not enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and do another one of those.
Resurrection Costumes asks, when does the wood handle get inserted?
After it's all done. After it comes out of the mold. We paste that in.
Of course. Oh, what away. Hey. Come.
Let me just make sure Easy Flow A, Easy Flow B. Yep, always good to check that after you mix two batches.
Good plan. Ron Shep, sorry I missed that question earlier. Have you foam filled the giant headed dark out yet?
No. So 2 of those is too much. Stacy,
Yes,
want to
sir.
bring me a mold? I'll do what I can. Because I don't want this sheet of plastic over this sucker.
Yeah. These currently have 2, so take care.
Biggest neck.
Want to try
Greg UK asked, what do you
pulling
have?
it out?
I'm casting a resin head form in order to a resin head form that I sculpt on.
Then in the article it says turns white.
Does turn white. You're correct.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm doing this like don't do this.
Or Beauty says, kind of looks like honey.
Yeah, it thickens as it is setting up. This stuff is setting up, and right now the stuff is about 140 degrees. It heats up as it goes. Switch me out molds. By the way, back. No, no, I refuse. I will stop it.
Sheer force of will.
Force of will. I will at least get this side full. There we go. So that's quite a bit of material to go down in there.
Burp it down into it.
Or Beauty says, yeah, not the easy way to do this.
You know what's cool, guys? Measuring is cool.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the reel.
Measuring stuff is really cool.
This is gonna be really fun to get out of here.
One day I'm going to measure stuff.
So this is where Alan should be saying, "Go with your hands, kids." Yeah, you should definitely be wearing gloves and a
Yeah.
respirator. For this.
Always wear gloves. Always wear a respirator.
It's quite dangerous.
And never follow a redheaded kid home from gym class.
Well,
Oh,
oil rules.
Paul
Didn't know if
down
that was
electronic workshop says half my head doesn't work very well now, but back to work. Or Beauty says that last one might be a lost cause.
I refuse.
There's a
It's fine. Ron Chef says measure once, cut twice.
What are you doing?
there's a big pile back here.
Great. Let it be down there. Down there, it's not hurting anything. Just making my
Give me a
table
ball.
taller.
Give me a ball.
Here's a mold.
Everything's awesome.
There's
Who puts a full mold in the drawer? Who does that?
You.
Here's a bowl. Alan.
Oh, that was bad.
So special.
Yeah, you should not work with this as it's kicking, by the way.
Like,
Yeah, not a big plan.
no, should not.
Or Beauty says measure in 4, kids.
Yeah, so 2 of these is too much. I was going to say that. We're going to do 1.5 next.
It's fine.
Totally bleed to the table. Not important, Rue.
Neither here nor there.
Oh, it's right here. So it's going to be right here for a while, too.
I suspect.
I didn't bask in the pink foam.
connections were made.
So there you go.
Or you said you waste a lot this way.
You know what? We actually did really good.
We saved a lot.
Yeah, we did really good on that, actually.
Filled a lot of holes real fast.
Smart friend.
You know what? I think written on the outside of that mold somewhere is the
Measurements, the actual measurements of how much is supposed to go in it.
Yeah, it's with the top 10 list of what everything you pour in resin. Poppy 79 says, what did you drill the holes for?
What holes? Hockey, what holes? Hawkeye. What
Oh,
holes?
those holes in the. What did we fill the holes for?
Drill the holes for.
Ron Chefs asked, how long does it take the resin to cure? Team and it's time for me to go back to listening and not talking. I'm doing that so much.
Was Hall staff on?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, Hall staff! I was thinking about you earlier because I was wiring up LED lights and I was using the wire strippers that you suggested for me. These are the ones you said, hey, I like these. So I bought them.
How long does it take it to kick?
Oh, it's kicking. Like some of this is hard now. This stuff has had a weird existence in the short time it's been alive. But you could probably pull these right now. But I'm going to wait about 15 minutes to make sure all the little thin stuff in here is ready to go, and then I'll pull it. I'm going to move this just so it doesn't stick to that forever.
Resurrected Costume says, how do you measure how much you should know?
Well, you can fill the mold up with water and then pour that into a cup and measure that amount. So that's a way to do it. I am going to use the process of elimination to tell me that I just used too much. Next time I'll use a little less, and so on and so forth.
All staffs here. And maybe he was talking about these guys. And those are small molds for the art dolls.
Yeah, those are small. These are the art doll molds that we made, and these.
Still a little soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are hands and feet for the art dolls. That we do.
All right. Put in the soap machine.
Yeah, and we actually got. I think we have usable hands and foot. I think we have all of those are usable pieces. I'm willing to bet.
I need many of them. So, yay. That was rather a large amount of reference today.
Yeah, well, you did a hood, you did a coat, and you did two.
So,
Yeah. So it makes sense for you to bill me for those
okay.
as opposed to ours.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Curse you and your efficiency.
Thank you for allowing me the option.
Well, I mean, that's only fair.
Hockey's. It's holds on confused. It's a mistake on all six. Here, let me show you one for one that we did.
All of these are silicone molds, and we were pouring resin into the silicone mold.
So these are some of the ones.
There's the tripod can is good. You can swivel that where you want.
This is one of the
Look down in there.
loose molds, maybe. When we pull these, they'll either be a foot,
Rasputin.
a hoof, or a claw. And so, because we had extra resin on there, I gave them the ones that were already bandaged so they'll stay together. And we filled those up because I need to make more of these. And these didn't have bands on them to keep together, so those ones already do.
I'm just smiling from ear to ear. I'm happy to have Paul staff with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? Beast Man fist bump.
That's for the plan.
There it is. That's the easiest button to find because it's orange and large. It's an orange dot, and it shows through the yellow paint that's all over it pretty well. So now what I'm doing is I'm picking at this.
Skin.
Yeah, I've got resin on top here, and the thin stuff is like the last stuff to kick. So
So the stuff that's all over your hand.
Allison,
that's
happy
the
elections.
long.
Hockey 79 says, gotcha.
Yeah, if I did things correctly, then you guys would learn anything. See, this is, I could have done that right, but then would not have had such a great teachable moment.
Scarecrow 77 says there's something so satisfying about watching you feel.
It's fairly satisfying to feel. I get to do a lot of material-based things, so I don't think I'm as lured in by the satisfying as others. When I worked at Scream's Halloween Park, the GM, boy, he would come in and talk to me all the time, and I could tell he didn't have anything to talk to me about. He would just come in and talk to me, and while he was in there, he would pick latex off of my drain screens. He just liked coming in to pick off the latex. Because it's very satisfying.
Ron Chef says that wasn't a mistake. It was a happy little accident. Casper says always good to have a backup for your excess stuff, especially if you don't like to measure
And
first.
you know what? I wouldn't say it's even, like, I wouldn't call this a mistake. People ask me all the time, like, what kind of mistakes do you make and things, and I don't know. I mean, obviously this worked out. I'm going to have a usable piece, main piece, and I got all these extras. Like, those are completely bonus. I wasn't planning on those. So, yeah.
I'm glad I had them handy.
Yeah. I figured something out. Sure. What we do. And I think that if you make things, your main skill should be problem solving.
Yes.
Like whatever you think you need to be best at, troubleshooting and problem solving need to be really high on your list of skills.
Dan Yard says I've been using 7111 silicone and gel 25.
Okay? I like Gel 25. Gel 25 is really good. I use that for a lot of these molds. Now, when I get into real big flexible molds, I might go with the urethane. Like if you guys were around when I made the Banana Lake of Sadness, that was a urethane simply because that would have been $1,000 worth of silicone.
Andy Rogers says, let's go eat.
Hooray! Not hooray that you left, but hooray you came back. That's my story. So these are teeth. This is one of the last molds that we did. We'll see if these turned out. If I got tips on these, I'd be surprised because it was already thickening. And I've got useful shark teeth.
Hey.
I've got a little bit of bubbling in the back of the teeth, but that's completely usable. When do you trim a resin piece? As soon as you possibly can. I want to play the line of, did I take it out of the mold too early? Because I can trim it right now. I can peel a lot of this off with my fingers. Hands I wouldn't do right yet. I want those fingertips to really solidify. But the cloven hoof teeth, if that's what those are, those would be great. But yeah, guys are it's good. That's teeth, yo.
Gregory Haynes says, hey, all just tuning in back for a work trip to Puerto Rico.
Wow. That's so awesome. I'll be going there. I don't know. My wife will tell me when. We have an actor training trip, or we have something planned to go that way. Those molds look good.
Coffee 79 said, Is silicone the preferred method for hair application? And at one point it was contact sequence.
It is, yes. I much prefer the silicone. It's just twice as fast. I don't have to wait for it to dry, and it's viscous enough where it holds on the hair extension the whole time. I keep holding. Look, to get my finger in it.
Shannon said you're going to Puerto Rico in July.
July. That's what the boss says.
Ray Hawkins says, "Hi, I'm here. I'm alive. Kind of.
Hello, Ray.
I'm glad, I'm glad you're alive." She's got her big show the end of this week.
Dancing Queen, Dancing Queen. And now the resin is actually kind of sharp. So the resin could actually cut the silicone. If I'm not careful. You know me, you know.
And she writes says, "Oh,
Yeah.
ah,
Blah.
a little bit of flash on there. Very fast."
I bet. I was fighting gravity before. I was defying gravity. Musical joke.
Grace says, "When I get home, I'll tell you about the epic tool I took from a cute tech guy." Oh no.
I mean, how terrible. There's the problem.
Mad about eight says the sound is quite muffled.
Well, I'm just kind of grunting and straining over a mold, so you're not missing much. Okay. I'm facing away from the mic, you know, all that stuff. So there was some excess resin, but not a ton.
Grace says, "I nearly broke a toe and almost fell off stage in the wings. Pretty bad."
I mean, how terrible!
I'm glad you didn't break a toe and that you almost broke a toe.
You got 10 toes. Breaking a toe is no big deal. You don't even go to the doctor for a broken toe. You tape it to the toe next to it, you're good. I should not get medical advice.
Ah, the second. So here we go, the pair of claws that came from the runoff there.
But now I have a hollow, because I molded the inside and the outside, I have a hollow sculpting bust. You hit the outbox button.
Greg says you should not.
You're right on that one, Greg. Oh yeah, forgot. There we go. I think it has more emphasis when you have to cook tea.
These, I guess, we'll have to drill on with the stick a little like to. Stadium Mente, it's okay to take a break from that. Brian, my brain, I have a question. Would you suggest using real horns for a Minotaur, making them, or buying them?
I just threw away a Minotaur that I used real horns on. So, but I mean, now I'd make them. I'm so much better with EVA foam horns. I would just make the horns.
Scarecrow,
Bruce stole those horns out of the trash as soon as he saw it.
Scarecrow 77, does that look good? Or are you going to fill it with foam?
No, it's hollow. I mean, I'm going to put a handle in it, and that's why there's two little tabs right here. That little tab, I can go underneath of that, and I can go, I'm trying to find my face. I go underneath of this, and then I got a handle to pull this out. So, yeah, this is my resin sculpting head form.
Blanket Thor says we need a gray in the shop again. Soon.
Like, we're getting close to, like, summer.
Yeah.
Then we can use gray for actual slave labor.
That's right. Hockey 79 says, I'm not seeing these questions. Is there a second chat? Make sure you are on live chat and not top chat.
Yeah, there's live chat and there's top chat. It's a little selector up at the top.
Rylan Chow asks, how do I seam foam-filled latex pieces together?
The way the Distortions recommends to do it, you know why else the sound is muffled? We've got an air scrubber on.
Ah,
And the air scrubber is on closest to the microphone. This will probably clear it up quite a bit. There we go. Wow. So, yes, you don't realize how loud they are until they're... So,
also our doors.
the way that Distortions does it is Distortions uses fiberglass fabric tape, and they will actually contact cement together, and then they will go with latex and that fiberglass tape to hold those two together.
Rylan Chow says, like a head and a jaw.
Yep. I get you.
Hockey 79 says, ah, bingo. We also got two little hooves.
Yeah. So the amount of things that we got out of that excess resin is actually pretty good.
And they all look great. I mean, like, we had some bubbles in the claws, but honestly, that's because of the mold.
You always have.
Yeah, we literally always are going to have them. It's a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. So yeah, that doesn't suck. I don't hate that. Carolina Kiwi Creations asks, how many masks are you taking to Transworld?
I don't know. My answer is going to be enough. As many as I can make between now and then. And at Transworld, I'm not necessarily mask focused. You see a lot of masks here, and you saw a lot of masks over the past year simply because I was making smalls. But now I'm working on a lot of stilt costumes and big things like that. Drew, why don't you take the tripod cam and show them what you're working on?
Sure.
Stacey, what time is it?
It is 9:16.
Great.
Tripod cam. Do.
Angie Rogers says, my little
I just
werewolf.
unplugged it.
Oh no, Ruth. Well,
That camera's dead now.
That camera's down.
Stacey, hit the phone cam button.
phone cam.
Drew, take the phone cam and think about what you've done.
Think about what I've done.
Angie Rogers says, my little werewolf still ordering more dang dolls, or was I fleet buying again?
You need all the dolls you need.
Did you order another doll? Shannon? Howard? Is that a thing that happens?
All right, so this is what I'm working on. I'm making another Krampus. This one is actually.
That's a good sculpt.
It is. It's good for this. I mean, it really is. And it's funny. It's just a universally really good kind of sculpt.
Carolina Kiwi Creations asked, do you think you might get into making basic animatronic tutorials?
No, probably not. Simply because, I mean, I might do one or two, but just to make the video. But that's something that, in all honesty, by the time you weld the frame to a custom sculpt, a custom armature, and all that, figure out the mechanics. Those a lot of times you have basic units that are like $1,000, $1,200 for a pop up or a head turn or whatever, and those are it's cheaper to buy them, And there's somebody in the blame chain too. If a guest gets their hand caught in that animatronic, then I sued the guy who made it. You pass that lawsuit on. That's why they have insurance.
Resurrected Costume says, damn it, Rube. Rylan Chow says, how do I add detail in the seam? The fiberglass tape covers up some detail around the seam.
It does. You just sculpt it in, just like you would do any kind of latex buildup.
You know how I work, people. It's do 3 good things in a night. I'm definitely gonna have a big screw up at some point. That's the way it's gonna work.
Wait, you had 3?
Thank you, Shannon.
I had Grouch. I had Inbred.
2.
and I'm working on Krampus. Maybe
We'll see how
I
he
don't
turns
know.
out.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we pretty well reached the limit of my sewing capacity. My brain was starting to go.
Yeah, you knocked some stuff out though. Yeah, good day for the shop today.
Yes. Knocked a bunch of stuff.
We are on the road to Transworld. I'm gonna risk doing another one of these guys.
Excuse me, everyone.
Let me get some tape first. Ray says, damn it, Rue.
Yeah.
Angie Rogers says, blind owls, they can change eyes.
Cool. Gotta clean this guy out a little bit.
Gingivitis.
Patrolling detritus.
Hockey 79 says, Alan, do you use silicone always for hearing masks, or do you use contact cementing?
I mostly use silicone. I learned it from Ed at Distortions at Edmonds, and
Gosh darn it, we like it.
yeah. And I doubt it, but if any of you guys are not following Distortions on their YouTube channel,
You should not,
yeah, you should follow their YouTube channel.
because they're awesome. Angie Rogers said these the particular kinds of dolls were made back in the 70s and remade in 2000s.
Cool. That's like a lot of Megos being remade right now.
Megos?
Mego. So Mego is a collectible toy brand line. They had a very distinct style. They were like the 70s ball jointed dolls. You've probably seen them.
Probably. Sheena Mante says, I want to come work for you. It looks like you'll have so much fun. You'll have such a positive workspace atmosphere.
I don't beat them on camera.
He's so mean.
Yeah. I don't hit them on camera, but as soon as the camera goes off,
Yep.
it's on.
You don't have to be a masochist to work here, but it helps. Casper says, Alan, did the weather cause any problems for the Ren Fair this last weekend?
You know what? It poured like crazy on Friday, and Saturday was beautiful but chilly.
Mm-hmm.
It was a chilly day at the Red Fair.
Got to wear my weasel. I was so pleased. I was like, it rode around my belt just being an accessory. But then it was cold, and I was like, ha ha!
Planned all evening for this.
That's great. You scoffed.
I did. I'm a natural sculptor.
You're a natural scoffer. No, it was lovely. We were pretty busy.
I'm actually looking for a what happens if it is cold out there for a day for me? Because
There
really
is-
hard to wear a cloak
I
or
was gonna
something.
say, you have to take your back swords out.
Oh, the Magnus Crane coat will go over those swords, no problem.
Now, there's a cloak. Oh, why is it covered in goo? Ooh.
I'm hell.
There's a cloak hanging on the inside of the wall as well. Oh, that one's gooey too. God, you guys are gross. Everything's covered in Vaseline. What?
How you know you're winning?
Holodops Animatronics says, talk soon. I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Good night.
Rest up.
Angie Rogers says, I buy the plain dolls and customize them.
That's awesome. Are you posting pictures of that on the Creepers page? I think that'd be cool to see. Okay. Now I have to lube up the inside of the face.
Christina Antace says, if I like being in a dentist, I'll look into making some monster teeth.
Yeah. I want to be a dentist. That's 2 musical references
Yeah.
tonight.
Yep.
One is really good.
Which one? See, I saw Wicked. I got to see Wicked when they toured.
Nice.
Shannon made me go. It was cool.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I enjoyed the flying monkeys. Yeah, it was good stuff.
I can feel how excited Gray is hearing you say that.
I actually have a flying monkey character that I'm going to do at Dark Hour.
Nice.
I have to get a little more svelte for that first. It's not uncommon for me to perform on rollerblades. Like I'll rollerblade like as Carl by one character. But my plan is to do this flying monkey with just this big hole in his wing. So obviously he's injured and he can't fly. And then.
Gray says, Stacy's laugh is giving me my daily serotonin. Well, that's all you get.
And then,
You have to wait till tomorrow for some more.
You know what? That's how people who laugh a lot, that's how it works. It either is serotonin or it's strangletonin, where you want to murder them or you can't help but laugh with them.
Yeah, for every single person on here that tells me they love my laugh, I know that there's at least 2 who are like, if I never had to hear that one laugh again.
that suggestion heartbeat.
Exactly. Dan Burton says y'all are gonna kick it at Transworld. Those masks are really cool.
We're having the fun. Rue, I'm gonna take your audience away.
sure.
It used to be that I could use 2 cameras. Okay, I'm gonna give you a tip on these teeth too.
I know.
You are
Bottom.
butchering them by having the white go in between. Less paint on your brush, and just paint the tooth. You don't want to go in between the teeth. It's not one solid block of teeth. They're separate individual teeth. Leave that line of black in there. Get a pin. You might have one on the back of your head.
I know.
Uh,
One right here. I got
yeah,
it.
get a pin and try and scrape that out.
Thank you, Scott Hart, for linking our Teespring merch.
Even if there's like less white than there should be, that is better than having the white in between. This is how we do it. It's like that. Oh, I'm like trying to balance it for fit, and there is no fit.
Isn't it good?
All right, so I have.
Christina Antace says, look out, Ellen on roller skates.
Oh, I love roller skating. For about 4 years.
You know, we all roller skate. We should
have never
really
gone roller
like
skating
have
together.
a roller skating night.
Like 4 years of my life, I was a rollerblading wolfman in downtown Orlando. I handed out free admission flyers for a nightclub. Oh, you know what? I also figured out I was working on a new Leshy plaque. Beastman is a Leshy.
Okay.
He controls all of the animals. He carries a whip in order to show his mastery of the animals. He can make any sound that the animals make. And he is definitely a spirit of the forest or jungle. So I'm putting Beastman in the show as a Leshy
Nice.
in the museum.
You know, for reasons.
Because I want them. I'm going to go get some gloves. Because I'm trainable.
Angie Rogers says, I posted them. Good job, thank you.
Thanks, Angie. The last thing I'll do tonight is I'll tease the hair on the grouches.
Gray says Evie says hi. Hi, Abby. Evie, yeah, the Evelyn. Good God. Can't talk. Like, of course, I love Stacey laughs. Thanks. If you hate it, please don't say.
I didn't
I'll
think she had
try.
an option.
I'll cry. Or if he says rainbow roller skates with a monster in them. Gray says, I love Wicked. Oh my God. For good.
Wicked was good. I enjoyed it.
CMN says, if I can get out for Monster Camp, I'll definitely bring my rollerblades. Catswitch says, stop the president. Alan wants to get close.
I want to live. Okay, everything should be super clean when you do this.
I don't laugh.
And yeah, don't double check. Just 4.
Commit. Commit to the bit.
Yeah, so this is quite a bit here. But I know that is not enough. Put that in there. Put this in place. Really hoping that I got my face lined up right. I didn't check if that was the chin or not. I think I'm right. Don't be retarded.
CMN say, says, you gotta look out for Alan when he's sliding. You gotta look out for him when he's skating. Janet Burton says, oh my God, you're my second child. You have no idea the lines I stood in to get my hands on Skeletor and Beastman toys.
I love those things. I found Panther this week.
Nice.
Not the flocked one, but I found the regular one.
Oh, you didn't find the flop.
And I did not find the flocked
I thought you.
one. No, I found the regular. And this is like 1.5. So this is 2 full Dixie cups. Basically, it's 3 full Dixie.
Horror Beauty says, yes. Alan, were you the youngest child if you have siblings?
Well, I was the youngest child. Oh, that's actually perfect. It is perfect when it just comes up to those. So I can probably go a little bit less on them. You said you have a mold ready to go? I can probably get you a good bit of one. Oh, it's cool. Yellow scrapers are cool. Ooh, Moldo. Have a lot.
Stuff leaking down here, down
Yeah, I went over the edge, but I did not reset the seal. Yeah, just get it there. It's fine. Yeah, there's a hot glue like ring around it, but I did not. Yeah, I don't really have enough for this one. I think that's where it was cut. But if it's on a helmet, do the longer hair.
Do the like hair.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I'd go gray. I think we have plenty of gray in there.
Sure.
All right, so this is it. We're waiting on this to kick. How'd that do? Yeah, horror beauty. I actually had a very interesting childhood. That I had a very interesting childhood. Still having it, actually.
It's going rather well.
I've decided I'm not done. But wait, there's more.
Enough. Could be pretty close.
No, not even.
No.
No, you need like twice that.
Ah.
I thought you were doing CKY Beastman there for a second. I was like, Rue, you're live, sir.
Okay.
Shh.
I don't know what that is.
I have no idea. You said Beastman, so I'm intrigued.
You
And
would
then-
hate it. You'd hate it so much.
I would hate it.
Oh
A
god,
lot.
you would hate it so much.
Will I write them a strongly worded letter for smirching the name of Beastman?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, you would hate it.
So the mold is a box mold. Hawkeye, the mold is a box mold. So basically, I took our head form that we use. All right, I took our head form that we use, and I put it upside down on a table, and I built this box around it with this foam. And then I filled that full of silicone. And that was like $400. Let that cure, flipped it over, and then I had to take out the resin head form and flip it over upside down. Build up the box again a little higher, and then I sculpted in clay the thickness that I wanted it to be, and then I made a mold of the inside of it. So it's molded both on the inside and the outside. And I can show you that on this little head form.
Angie Roberts says the dolls I posted are Halloween cat girl and one with blue hair. Need to put screws in her next to make a Frankenstein girl. Haven't decided what to use for screws yet. Any suggestions?
Erasers. So you look, obviously the outside is sculpted and molded, but so is the inside. Because I sculpted it to be that thick. And that's how I got these tabs on here. And I'll put a handle in there, and the handle's already over here.
Rylan Chow asks, can you make a plaster box mold?
Yeah, you can. They're just heavy as all get out.
Chase Perry says, hi Stacey, it was so good meeting you. I would have chatted more, but I didn't want to take you away from everyone else. Our friends and their kids enjoyed the museum as well. Thank you. Hey, it was really great to see you. There's so many people on here who we never get to like see their faces and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was really fun.
I'm sorry that I missed you. What was I working on?
We were talking about that earlier, how it's funny, like you guys get to know us so well that, and then you come up and talk to us like we're old friends,
We're like,
except
who are you?
we have no idea who you are.
What's your screen name again?
But it was really great. Thank you for allowing me to walk you through the museum and for laughing at my jokes.
None of us mind that at all. In fact, we love it.
Yeah. It was really awesome. And thank you again for supporting us on Patreon. Chase Perry came out to visit us at the Monster Museum because he supports us on Patreon at a tier at $5 or above that allows him free entry to the Monster Museum at Scarborough Park.
So I am
Now we
blessed.
return from our sponsor.
I'm blessed to have a lot of cool friends and a lot of cool industries. And my buddy Steve, who was on earlier, he's probably not now, hairdresser, and he recommended this comb, and it makes a huge difference for teasing out and ratting up the hair.
Chase Perry says, I loved it. Thanks. Nancy Rogers says, what kind of erasers?
I don't know, ones that look like you saw. I'm thinking of Frankenstein's neck stumps,
Yeah,
his bolts, and they look like erasers, kind of.
Danny
So,
Yardbot says, I'm the one with the Godzilla vs. ET shirt.
hooray! Well, you're one of the ones I actually got to talk to. I saw you Saturday.
Yeah, everybody so far who's come out to the Monster Museum has been amazing. Yeah.
Except for that one guy. See what a difference just making this hair a little wild does? This really pulls him a little bit away from just being like a little grouchy. It makes him a little more wild. Yeah, I remember seeing that shirt, the Godzilla versus ET. It's a silhouette of the kid going over the moon,
Yep.
but Godzilla's tossing them in his mouth like they're crackers. See, that's a nice monster. You monsters must lead such interesting lives.
Andrew Rogers is already.
I mean, just an idea. There's 100 things you could use. All right. Now, Rue, you might think that I made you one of these for the holiday show. I did not. I made them for the airsuit show. Yes.
Well,
I
they're
have
supposed to be.
2 green hair suits ready to go. And if I don't have a grouch, I'm not going to sell a green hair suit.
Andrew Rogers says, I got clay too.
That's awesome. It's always a little hard for me to keep track of as far as, who is sculpting and molding and whatnot. You know what? It's just something that I highly recommend doing. There's so many times where even like not in the haunted house world, where being able to make a little mold every now and then is very helpful. It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
Calm it down.
Not even 10 o'clock. Why are you yelling at me?
He's like, because bork, bork, bork.
Thou shalt not eat my comb.
Rylan Chow says, do you have an age limit in Dark Hour?
No, we don't. We've had 5-year-olds go through laughing. We've had 50-year-olds pee themselves and have to leave. As far as customers going through, no. It all depends on how you react to the stimulus that we're throwing at you.
To work there, you have to be 18.
To work there, you have to be 18.
Or Beauty says, you tell him, doggo.
Cheney has gotten in the habit of right about 10 o'clock, he comes in and he barks at me because he thinks it's
Cheney.
time for me to go home. He's helping you.
Are you helping? Thank you. Such a good help.
Such a good helper. Never do that again.
Yeah. It's CB, it's time to feed hubby. Good night, all.
Good night. What's that?
We've lost our connection, I guess.
There's no data. It's
Yeah, it's right down there. If you look at the
Yep,
computer,
There we are. Excellent connection now, so.
when
Sorry.
did that happen?
The buffering for anyone else, we froze.
Would you type on my
Yep,
computer?
we're
Hold
back.
on a second.
We're back.
Okay, we're back. All right.
Sorry, guys. We very briefly froze.
Yeah, I think when some of you guys started, it was during lockdown and all that, and basically I wanted to make sure that you guys had some content. So that's when I was doing a lot of marathon lives, and I was live every night, just to make sure that you guys had something to watch. That was positive, and not the news, which was terrible. So now that there are more options, I can back off a little bit, and you all can watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Chicken Man says, hey, we can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry guys, our stream froze a bit.
Yeah, a little bit of the internets was happening. Yep, I got 2 of these guys now. That's good. Stacy,
Yes, sir.
camera's all you.
Yeah, great. You guys see what I'm doing tonight? Let me show you. Sure, come over here.
That's so funny.
Perfect. I made instead of
Christine Mantotti yells, man bun.
instead of still covers, zippers, and drawstrings, I made a giant white apocalypse coat.
You want to go all the way around the back.
Coming back around. These are going to come all the way around. I got carried away on the front there for a
Put it
minute.
there, and we made a hood, which is actually on Shannon's desk with its
Right.
order on it to be shipped. I'm glad it's done today. I heard that.
Yeah. I
Big
felt it.
key wrench. So much so. All of a sudden.
All right. Give me back, yawn audience.
There you go. That Swift says, stared at me until I turned off the TV. Shameless fools. Crappy UK says, the sun is starting to warm us up over here. It's finally like living in it's like living in a fridge in the UK. Roll on summer.
Yeah.
Daddy Darn says, Hallmark relief. Andrew Rogers says, my garage just needs lots of work, but at least he's painted most of them. Body Geek says, howdy everyone, I'm driving home. How much time do we have left on the stream?
10 minutes.
Horror Beauty says, Stacy, don't join the cult. Which cult?
Join the call.
Listen, you're in a cult, call your dad.
Oh, look at that.
It's a line from a podcast.
Is that like you're in a cult question? Call your dad.
You're in a cult, period. Call your dad.
Okay. You don't know you're in a cult. I'm telling you, you're in a
Yes,
cult.
you're in a cult, call your dad.
Got it.
Did I look like a cultist in the white
I
coat?
was bored of starting a cult one day.
I don't know if you know this or not. You have already started a cult.
What? No,
But they're here right now.
no. This isn't a cult. We don't have like an initiation or anything.
That's true.
We don't have cool outfits. I guess
It's not the best
I
help.
was gonna say, like,
That's how they get away with it.
Should I be getting tax breaks or something?
no, it's only tax breaks if it's a religion.
No, that's true.
However, you said the white robe. You're trying to make me think of this year in a cult. My line's a little warped. No. I apologize. We're good.
Took a minute to get there.
Flip it over again.
No.
That's for suckers.
Yeah.
Christina Mantay says, I know I've asked this question, but what are the best stilts to buy?
One's for me. I actually sell stilts on my website, which are dual pole stilts, the pole on each side of your leg. That's a big part of what makes them the best stilts. And if you're haunting on them, then I recommend. The answer is dual pole sure stilts. I sell them on my website. You can buy them other places. I recommend the aluminum or the magnesium. They're both fine if you're buying them for you.
Body Geek says, don't drive in YouTube.
No, body geeks, don't do that.
Please, that reminds me. I'm wearing my Still Be shirt. Does that count?
May, actually.
Christina Mantes is okay, I'll look.
This one has a lot less flash. You can see this is what the inside looks like of that. And this is sculpted too.
Thank you, Shannon, for sharing the Sylvie Studios still fleet.
Thanks, wife. She's awesome.
She is in fact awesome.
She's so cool, I'm gonna sleep with her.
She sleeps where you sleep, so that's easy.
Yeah.
I know where you live. I live where you live.
I live where you live.
Shit. Oh my god.
What you get for being helpful, it's your own fault. And these are little screws, all right? So these are little offshoots. They're channels that I made in the mold so that excess material, if I ever overpoured, very unlikely to happen, had a place to go.
Rylan Chow asks, ever going live at Dark Hour again?
Of course. Probably tomorrow. No, I'm recording there tomorrow. I'm going to try and get YouTube Wednesday knocked in. Would you guys rather have Ozbot or this view of the work?
I see Monster says, why is Bruce so quiet now?
Thinking about what he's done.
Focusing. I get quiet when I focus, and I'm trying to complete a lot of things very fast.
Christina Mantes, we are all involuntarily part of the Still Be Spelled.
Woohoo!
If there was no addition, surprise, you're all members.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta be calling soon.
Rylan Chow says,
You ready to pay
if you're
dues?
going live at Dark Hour, can you show a Poison Trop animatronic in person? I want to see what.
Sure. Remind me when I'm live.
So what they all look like in a lit.
So hey, are you in the Still Peace Live Creepers page on Facebook, Rylan? Because you ought to be. There's going to be a video tour of Dark Hour that Jake Farmer is doing, who is my technical director. You know what? And there's been some title buggery.
Oh, I?
Yeah, so I'm now like senior creative director, and Jake is something director.
You're no longer technical director?
He's still tech. I don't know.
Is Andy tech director now and he's something else?
I don't know.
Crafty UK says, has the Easy Flow 60 flexible? Is the Easy Flow 60 flexible?
Only while it's still soft. Like this is really thin, but it's firming up. Like I just poured that a little while ago, so it's getting harder.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for sharing the Still Be Live Creepers Facebook group.
Getting hard here. So pour out all your mold.
Well,
I am getting so hot. I'm going to drain this mold off.
so hot, so hot. I'm going
Christina Mantes is Jake the something director.
Yeah, it's probably on there. I don't know. He's important.
But he's going to be doing a live tour.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And that information is on the Still Beach Creepers page.
He's also on his Effects to Go Facebook page.
Yes,
And, YouTube page.
yes. And that's going to be a real fun live event, I'm sure.
It started at 9 o'clock Central, I believe.
Our time, 9 o'clock.
Our time, 9 o'clock.
Because it's for some West Coast folks. I believe it's the 30th, yes.
I remember that.
All right, so this mold is ready to go. I've done poured 2 of these guys.
Body Geeks says I get a lot of titles of it. I got lots of titles available.
Yeah.
It is 9:54.
All right, gang, and as it is 9:54, we have come to the time in the evening where we're going to say goodnight. So, Rue, say goodnight, Rue.
Good night, Rick.
Stacy,
Awkward stare for a second.
say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night.
And everybody, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. A little bit of a weird night. You might sense like a little more urgency in us because we're getting ready for Transworld. Transworld is the biggest, it's the only trade show for haunted attractions. One might argue that IAPA is another one, and that's fairly true. But Transworld is, the bulk of it is haunted attractions. It's a big event for us. So it's a big deal. So please pardon our monster dust as we work on stuff. And she's ready with the
Rank
button.
away.
So I'm going to say thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support in all the different ways. And so do Stacy and Rue. Thanks for watching. Good night. Go make stuff.
All right.